Hi, I just want to get us start thinking about weight management. And as dietitians, we have qualifications, we understand weight management in great depth, but where are people getting their advice from? What are we up against with media and with other sources of information for people? Who else is providing the advice out there? So, very simply, start thinking. If you Google, how do I lose weight? Look at what comes up. Look at the number of results that come up. 6,430 millions in 0.76 seconds. There's a huge amount of information out there. But it's also worth looking at what comes up first. Noon. How to change your life in 16 weeks. The NHS weight loss support is there, which is good. But obesity management, get rid of belly fat. All of these different things are out there. How do the general public know what to look for? How do they know what the evidence base is for these options? How do they know what to choose? So there's a huge amount of information up there, and our voice may not be the loudest in a subject like this. If you go onto YouTube, similarly, how will the general public know what to look for and what is reputable advice? And note the number of views on these YouTube videos. People use them, people look at them, and often people wanting to lose weight are quite desperate to find something that works for them. So there's a lot of stuff out there that is competing against the evidence-based advice that we would hope to give as dietitians. So just to get you thinking a little bit more, what we'd like you to do is a task prior to this session that we have on the 27th of January, and to do a little bit of research, and if it's feasible for you, possible for you, to try to follow one of the diets that is out there for 24 to 48 hours. Some of you may have already used some of these diets in the past. So you may already have information that you can bring to the discussion. But what we want to be able to do is to critically discuss some of the theory underpinning the diets, the cost, how easy or difficult they are to do, whether they actually work, their efficacy, how they impact on hunger and satiety. So there's a lot of those very practical things that are really important as to whether some diet is actually going to work for someone or be feasible for them. And there's just a little list there of some really popular approaches. So go for something you don't have to pay for, but have a think about what some of these things are and whether they're going to be useful for you. You might want to try some of the meal replacements and see what they taste like. You might want to look at those. But be prepared to discuss something when you come to the session, having at least discussed it and maybe tried some of the things that it recommends.